Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Today we're starting off pretty strong with another raid. I hate it when I leave myself these raids for the next day. So we got rocket launchers, we have triple rocket launchers and doomsday rocket launchers. Very nice, good to see. We've got yayo snorting pirates with power armor. What more could you want for the first thing you do in a Rimworld episode? So let's get everyone into position. Of course, we've got our upgrades in the form of these other ballistic combat rifles and almost entirely charged weaponry now. Everyone was saying sort of the same thing, and I do kind of agree that given that Hell Unit is a brawler, which is a little inconvenient, I will admit, we need to make him a powerful melee weapon, give him power armor, shields, all of that type of thing. To be honest, if we get a drop pod raid, this guy might be able to deal with it by himself. I mean, if not, we just sick 5 on him, right? But what we can do is maybe set up a little trap for him as well. So we could build a little alcove, maybe even a little door through this area, and sit him through there. So that way, if they do start coming through, we could have him open the door and just bash them from the other side. That way, it would also hold enemies in place. Anyway, there's a lot to discuss this episode. I've written a whole list of things that you guys have suggested that I'm going to try and implement over the course of today, along with our regular stuff, trying to build this into a very successful little mountain base. Everyone into position, and let's see what we're up against. So is that everybody? Yeah, unit doesn't actually have a point right now. What melee weapons have we got? We can make him dual wield pickaxes. That's quite macabre. I think we could deal with that. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Because we could just set him to mining when he's not. Okay, let's go dual wield pickaxe. We've got 2 good pickaxes there as well. There you go. Boom and wait, you can't have a pickaxe and an offhanded weapon. What backward shit is this? Okay, fine. You know what? Just 1 pickaxe then is fine. We're looking at 51 pirates. Oh my god, I wonder what the hell they were shooting at them. So we've got our decoys out. Where are the guys with the rocket launchers then? They're almost there. We want them to be firing at the decoys. Come on, get a bit closer. There we go. It should be firing now. Oh my god, they work perfectly. This is so good. So we've actually found quite an effective way to stop the raiders at this stage. Now, one thing we can also do as well, or at least stop the rocket launchers, I should say. One thing we can also do is obviously get Zero with his swarm bots, which I did almost forget about there, I will admit. Okay, we've got one more. Look at that. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Has that now got rid of all their rocket launchers? It has. This was a great strategy. Well done, team. We've actually done something very, very good today. Okay, there we go. They've wasted all the rocket launchers on a bunch of chunks. I bet they feel dumb. All right, where is Zero? Is he heading down to his? I should set this as Zero's. He's not exactly on the front line there, is he? We should set this as his defensive spot so that he can be more effective on this turret. There you go. Save as defensive position. He's got that man, can fire in 22.2 seconds, and we are loaded with a swarm shell. Good to see. What's going on here? They've got like friendly fire effects kicking in. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, avoid friendly fire and unavoid. Oh, there we go. God knows what's going on there. He's just having a bit of a bad day by the looks of it. Minebot, thank you for joining us. Is that everybody in position now? Everybody but apparently Cleaning Bot, who's wandering around in the workroom there. Boom. Nice work. There we go. I love those swarm shells so much. They honestly didn't do anything there. They got completely wiped out by these guys just melee attacking them. Much more effective, I guess, when they start spawning at the edge of the map. One thing that might be a good idea to do as well is manually target inside the kill box, because those swarm bots will run through. Maybe they'll set off the traps, though. Ugh. Might be worth testing at some stage. Not today. We're not going to take any risks with this one, though. Maybe when we're against, like, tribespeople or something a bit of an easier raid. This one could. They actually might be one of the first raids to get through the entire kill box for once. At which point we need to be very, very careful. Oh, there's another swarm shell. Thank you. Oh, no. What are you doing? Please don't do that. Okay, they're going to... Oh, my God. They're going to open the door there. That's okay. That's not a problem. Okay, that's fine. Nothing to worry about. Should probably not cancel that in hindsight. Oh, God. There we go. They actually made it through this time. Very nice to see. All right, good luck, team. Let's see what we're up against. What is Unit doing? Unit, for God's sake, get back. I need to set him in a defensive position. I kind of didn't really think about that. Do need to keep him with a defensive position, even if we're not intending to have him on the front line, because otherwise he'll just run to try and put up the fires, things like that. Okay, they're going to smash down those doors, in theory, and then they will... Is it really necessary to keep firing those shells? Get out of here. Right, there we go. And we are done. I think we're all safe now. Okay, go team. Go put out those fires, rearm the traps. Then we can focus on my big list that I've written up. Oh my god, that's massive. We actually got the end game Android research. This is the hardest to get tech out of all of them. Holy shit. I actually did audibly gasp, but the recording picked that one up. Apparently, you are researching Architect upgrades only a tier 5 Android can get, so you have to get this guy first. And even then, we obviously with everything we've got, we have to just get lucky. My god, I can't believe that. So, I suppose the real question becomes, who can we upgrade with that? Because everybody's tier 1 or tier 2, so we might have to churn out some tier 3, tier 4 androids, download all of these people into them, and then upgrade them with the Architect ones afterwards, because as we found out from some of the other upgrades, that we can only upgrade certain robots with the more advanced stuff, like the more advanced robots are the only ones capable of using that. So, oh, there's another thing that people are pointing out, so we'll start on my list right now, while I remember. So, somebody pointed out that yesterday we researched, I didn't really think much to it, because I thought it was just the floor turrets. We got deployable barrier. So these things are quite cool. When they're powered, they come out of the ground, and when they're unpowered, they disappear back under the ground. So it's essentially a way that we can trap 5 in a room, and, you know, obviously if it goes on berserk or whatever, or smash down doors, open doors, forbidding them won't make any difference, we can just cut the power to this wall and keep them trapped in there. And I think, emphasis on think, that should work. So we'll have to isolate it from the grid a little bit as well, so we'll have to take out this whole middle cable there. But yeah, that should work fine. Probably want to put it there. We'll wait until we've done our regular sort of restocking of the traps, rebuilding of the kill box. Then we'll start on some other operations like this. Out of that as well, out of the 3 prisoners I captured, 1 did die, but it looks like the other 2 have survived. They've all got, obviously, some form of medical emergency. I believe they both got infections as well. Yeah, not really much of a surprise. This is the good thing about the flame turrets, though. They don't do any real permanent, life-threatening damage. You know, it's just a lot of burns. They drop from the pain rather than bleeding out because of bullets, etc. So we want to harvest these brains as soon as possible, then. I say that, but I don't think we can. Harvest brain. Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought maybe his brain was set on fire or something like that. Wicked, what are we looking at with you then? Same story. I think we can harvest yours as well. There we go. Okay, cool. So I've been told that the massive mind-melded brain that gives a ridiculous amount of research speed also churns out a shitload of heat. So we would have to build that, we'd have to build that in an area connected up to the first section. On the subject of that, a lot of people were saying I need to vent these. This is intended to be all an outdoors area, so we want this to be like a backup kill box just in case enemies attack. Now, if we put doors in front of that, they won't go for it. They'll just start torching everything else. Just in case we get, say, drop pod raids or something, and with 5 being in there, we can pull everyone back to these embrasures when I dig them out, so that we can use it as a fallback kill box. It is technically vented outside. I know it's not ideal, but this is going to always remain outside. There we are. Archotech upgrades. This is probably going to be our biggest research of today, and to be honest, might be even the biggest research of the entire campaign. I've never done it before with the androids mod, so I've no idea what this has, can provide for us. What? Android, maybe it's a parts workbench instead? Oh, here we go. Right. Okay. Cybernetic arms and legs. Yeah, can only be installed on tier 4 and tier 5 androids. I thought that might be the case. Fair enough. And what type bonuses are we looking at there? 200%? So we're essentially doubling the effectiveness of all of our androids. Now, what I want to do today is finally get around to installing 0 into 5, so that it'll take away 5's murderous instincts. 0 then gets the most advanced technology out of everybody, and we can freely upgrade him, and we can freely move him around the base without having to worry about building ridiculous barriers to trap him in. However, we will be downloading 5 into 0's body, so we will have to worry about that. I might just disassemble at that stage, save our tech. It is something I've wanted to do. I think it's kind of a cool feature to be able to upgrade our main guy there to the tier 5 one. Plus, it would give us reason to give him all of these upgrades. There's no point looking at any of this Archotech stuff for a tier 5 android if we're just going to keep him trapped in a room all day. My personal goal, let's download 0 into 5, and let's get him equipped with all of this stuff. Like, every single one. A lot of advanced components, a lot of crazy endgame stuff, but why not? Why not? Let's try it. Obviously not today. Over the course of the whole series, I'm getting out there. Not today, because that would be impossible. Ah, there we go. More steel. Just what we wanted. Now, I was also given some advice that apparently the Hell unit is incredibly fast at all of his jobs. Oh, we accidentally built a crude cracker. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's get him... apparently, if we get him drilling the oil well, he'll do it much, much faster than anyone else, just because he's such an advanced android. So we'll get him on that immediately. Brilliant. Well, we got one of the brains, but this one is unfortunately mangled now, so we can't even harvest it. Brilliant. Let him go then. Send him free. Wait, did that say remove? Oh, we can remove the brain. Feel like that's the same as probably just killing him dead. Let's just kick this prisoner out here. Let's not waste any more time or resources on this. Get out. Release. Off you go. Now that you've had horrible, horrible brain damage, you're free to go, my friend. The next wave is in 3 more hours. I've been trying to dig out a little kitchen area so that we can fully move up into here, and I'm going to turn this into a small freezer as well. Same reason as why we've got these coolers here, is that it's going to provide a way to vent the air into this outdoor inverted commas area. So all of the coolers, what I'm doing as well is, yesterday a lot of people said the same thing, they're not cold enough to stop infestations. When you get to -8, the chance of infestations appearing in a base is much, much lower, because it's, you know, -8 degrees. And then every degree before that, up until I think it was -18, 18 stops it entirely. I had it at -9 just because I wasn't sure about the work speed bonuses, but to be honest, we might as well just go with the full board and go for the -18 because I think that'll probably be more than enough to go for -19. Still more than generous enough to get all of the work going here, especially with some of these crazy androids we've got. But it will permanently stop the, it should in theory permanently stop the insects as well. Is that large enough for the entire base? Ooh, it's close. -16 means we're probably never going to see an invasion, but obviously we need to add more as we add more rooms onto the base as well. Okay, 0 hours. Let's get everyone into position then, and we'll see what we can do here. Unit, you need a defensive position. Guess what? It's exactly where you are now. Where are you? There we go. Let's just stand in there. You know what? You carry on working at the oil well. We'll leave you there, and we'll get everyone else on the front lines. Okay. Outlanders from Orbinomin Amalgamation. How are we looking? Rocket launchers? Nothing. I did rebuild the decoys. I made sure they were the first things we rebuilt there, because honestly, they might have just saved the entire game that last round, with the amount of rocket launchers that were coming in. Okay, so the decoys are going to get ripped apart. We're not going to have anything to show for it. Is it really worth getting 0 to fire out swarmers? Yeah, okay, why not? They're cheap to make, aren't they? And to be honest, we always make our money back from these raids anyway, and the amount of steel and components we get, especially in Android raids. Right, here we go, incoming swarm shell. Let's see what it can do when it's not completely trapped in place like that. Where did it land? Oh, it hasn't landed yet, my bad. Sorry, I saw them all being sad about someone dying, but they must have shot their own people in the back there. Oh, so it fires 9 of those out. Oh, sorry, 8 of them. I thought that said... Oh, maybe it was 9? A couple have died there? Not entirely sure. Yeah, okay, so it fires a pretty decent amount out. To be honest, if we built enough of these mortar stands, enough of these swarm shells, we would never have to worry about the enemies ever even getting into the kill box. They honestly seem kind of overpowered. And to be honest, they're obviously very, very weak, but with enough of them, the actual mass size, the amount that we could put down would be... hopefully overwhelming to the enemy. So they've weakened themselves up massively. They've ended up shooting a lot of their own people there trying to kill a cloth decoy. I bet they feel pretty bad that they laid their lives down for that then. Hopefully the traps will pick up what's left. So I'm going to test whether or not the insects, or I say the insects, the little swarm mechanoids, whether they set up the traps. If so, oh, they're just going to open the doors though, aren't they? That was a horrible idea. Yeah, they will just open the doors. Yeah, that's bad. Never do that. That was an awful plan. I don't know what I was thinking there. We need to sort of drop them in the middle of the kill box if we're ever going to try anything like that. Even then, they open so many doors, it's not worth it. Oh, great, and that door's now... all the doors are propped open. Incredible. I'm not a big fan of this guy. Can we stop this shit going on? Oh, he already is. Thank you, I appreciate that. Sorry. Fire it there instead. Get this guy to piss off. Goddamn sapper. Oh, he missed. It'd probably be a lot safer just to fire it out here, wouldn't it? Well, let's just pray that enough of them come through the kill box and die that we can start them retreating before they dig through. That's frustrating. Okay. Obviously we're going to be fine, but it's just a little frustrating they've done so much damage to the walls. Well, and every single trap needs rearming as well. Incredible. That was awful. That was a terrible idea with the swarm bots. Don't know what I was thinking. 0 out of 10. Oh, nice, we're already 50% of the way there, so that's what he was up to during the raid. Let's carry on with this, because there is so much potential in Rimmerfella. Apparently, we can make just a ridiculous amount of plasteel derivatives. Obviously, it all being oil-based, you kind of expect that, but it will allow us to basically fuel some of this crazy Android stuff that we've got planned as well. Let's get you back on there. Skymind Antenna version 2. Serves a base to transfer consciousness from one colonist and allow up to 15 colonists simultaneously connected. What does connecting them all together do, I wonder? That we'll have to test out. This is why we need way more plasteel, because we've got all of this crazy research to see, and nothing ready to fund it with right now. Oh yeah, that's going pretty fast, isn't it? What's the work speed bonus this hell unit has then? I need to double check this briefly. It's 200%. Right, okay, fair enough then. And of course he's got that ridiculous movement speed as well. This is the guy I'm using to capture all of the prisoners, because his movement speed is absolutely nuts. Alright, so that's hopefully not going to take much longer. We're up to 57%, so we'll check up on it in a while. Just getting the last of the freezer basically in place here, and then we're more or less permanently ready to move into the mountain base. In hindsight, I just called it freezer, and the whole mountain base is -18. Ignore that. What I mean by that is a convenient food storage area, so with a door directly connected to the outside area, in case we want to carry on using these farms, in case we don't get around to building the nuclear power plant or any significant power to charge all of the androids off of the main grid. This will still act like that. If not, we'll turn it into another room later on. SX androids, what the hell are those? Research how to build surrogate android series, which is similar to the TX series, but with their artificial brains replaced by an advanced remote control system. Oh, so we could have Zero plugged into a grid controlling a whole host of androids for him with no worries there? I have no idea. That sounds really fun, though. That'll be something to test out, because that way we'd be able to use Zero without risking him. Bearing in mind that we've still got, obviously, our game over condition that if Zero dies, we lose the campaign. That could work very, very well. Oh, man. Okay, I completely didn't realize that the raid was so close. So the actual base building is actually very, very almost done. Then we can focus on the bigger, more important tasks. But this has been long overdue, actually, getting into this mountain base. So what are we looking at? Minus 18, minus 7 in this room, 3, and then 23. And obviously, the further away we get from the coolers, the warmer the base is going to get, which is why on this side I'm building some more coolers as well, so we can produce the whole damn thing. What are we looking at then? Tribespeople, nothing to worry about, basically. Is it even worth... no panthers? Oh my god, the game is not unpausing. Oh, why? 80. I need to clear up some corpses from this map. I might run runtime GC after this one to try and get some speed back into things. 80 of them. That's just the ones we can select as well. Fine, bring it. Let's see how our swarm bots do against tribal then, see if they're a bit more effective. This is war crimes right now. They're garbage. They're only really good for getting the enemies to shoot one another, I'll be honest. That does more damage than these little droids do. That's why I think an array of, I mean, maybe a dozen mortars, even more than that, with all of them firing shells simultaneously, the AI would just be so overwhelmed that they would do a ridiculous amount of damage. But just one shell like this, honestly, it's kind of a bit pointless. So I might just get you to not... Let's keep him close to those. Let's keep his defensive position close to it. We won't have him automatically jump on it, because I feel like a lot of the time it's just kind of a waste of shells at the end of the day. I'll be honest, out of every raid we've done so far, I never in 100 years expected the tribal raiders to get almost 80 people through the kill maze. I can't believe it. All of those pirates with power armor, hopped up on Yayo, with their personal shields, nothing against some guys with some tattered cloth. Look at this, unreal. And now they're gonna get mowed down by... Oh, it's so tragic. Oh god, actually, they're doing a lot of fucking damage there. Holy shit. Oh my god, I haven't equipped the weapons! I was too busy, like, in awe at these tribesmen getting through our ridiculous trap that everyone else has failed to get through. Okay, there we go. Try that now. Sorry, mining bot, you need to also... Okay, is that everybody? Let me just double check. Unit doesn't have a weapon, because obviously he is just a brawler, so he's a bit pointless. Right, try again. Try again. There we go. Oh, shit, there's a lot of them. Unit, you might actually need to come to battle here, friend. Get the plate armor equipped. Forswear that one. Have we got a better melee weapon? No, we need to craft him better. Let's queue this up, just because we're getting to the stage now where raids are getting threatening again. We were able to outpace them there for a little bit, but now we're losing control. Craftable, highest DPS melee weapon. Steel halberd. Really? Okay. DPS is kind of the important thing with melee weapons. Obviously, we're not worried about range or anything, so guess we'll churn out a steel halberd. Oh, it genuinely is. Look at that. Okay, fair enough. There we go. Or, I guess a halberd out of something higher than that. I guess a plasteel halberd would be even better. Sure, let's go for a plasteel halberd. Why the hell not? All right, here we go. Good luck, team. This is getting a little bit messy at this point. Still 54 left. There we go. Wow, the flame traps, I think, really are putting in all the work here. Fleeing without doing much damage to my doors, which is always quite nice. I'm going to let them go and repair, but I'm going to keep their weapons equipped for the time being so we can fight off any stragglers that might be potentially shooting our guys down. That was a bit messy. Holy shit. So Unit has his... did you not equip that? Didn't bother equipping the plate armor, despite the fact that I specifically told him to. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. There you go. Put your plate armor on. Then carry on drilling. Yikes. Now, this is the real difficulty of tribal raids. Because they have the same amount of points to spend as every other raid, but less things to spend it on. So they don't have sophisticated weapons. They don't have the crazy pirates with the power armor and the yayo. They just, at the end of the day, have a boy with a pointy stick. So they leave behind a shitload of bodies, which we now have to cremate and deal with as well. It's kind of unreal. We do have a few prisoners, though. Hang on. 0.9 hours. What about you? 2 hours. This person's savable. Pigeon is savable, I think. And then who's that there as well? Mining bot 2 went down. Whoa, how? Oh, he's lost a lot of coolant, right. So he's having a heat stroke. Well, we know what to do with him then. Get into the, let's get Hellbot to move him into the android beds, given his crazy movement speed here. Rescue him. Let's get Cremation Bot to capture this guy, because he's potentially savable. Humps is dead. You're going to die before we get you back as well. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But the question is then, is it just the heat stroke that kills them? Because we are now, oh no, look, the heat stroke is increasing, even though he's in 3 degree, in a 3 degree room. So we still have to fix the coolant loss. I guess it might just keep him alive for a lot longer, but it still needs fixing. Apparently you're researching brainwave scanning, which is for cloning. Obviously not too relevant right now, but fairly interesting nonetheless. Okay, that's good. How are we doing with the how are we doing with the well? So you are now hauling people. I suppose we'll let him help with the hauling, because obviously it's incredibly fast movement speed. After that, we'll get him back on the well. That also sounds crazy OP for another one of the research. Okay, persona fabrication then. So while we're letting them obviously rebuild, tidy up the kill box, do whatever else we've got to do there, and finish off the last of the kitchen zone, which should be it then. This should now be a completely fully livable mountain base. Why don't we take a look at... Oh, I also turned the other machines on as well, the other research machines. Now with the extra batteries that we've got going on and all the extra power, we should be fine. We should be fine in terms of the power generation. Let's take a look at some of this crazy AI stuff we picked up then. There you go, Sky Mind antenna. Wow, so it takes up... We can't build it indoors. Oh, we can build... Okay, we can build the little ones indoors, but not the big one. Oh, no, we can build the big one indoors, just in certain areas. It's got a really weird radius to it. Oh, the orbital trade beacons. Okay, I feel like putting this inside the warehouse makes a lot of sense. So we need 12 components. We don't have components? What? So they did build a lot of other... So they built a lot of component-heavy stuff recently, a lot of coolers, etc. Okay, we need more components then. Let's go to the fabrication bench and actually queue up. I should have done this a long, long time ago. Queue up a bare minimum for... What the hell are syntheline components? I have no idea. Let's not worry about it. Let's, so that would be from Rimworld then, right? Yeah, there you go. And what's the difference between syntheline components? I assume they make other higher-level Rimworld sort of machinery, I guess. Okay, so let's do this until we've got 20 components in storage, and then we'll unpause it when we've only got 10 left or something like that. I always want to keep a nice base level for obviously being able to repair. Some of these larger building tasks are also going to take up a lot. Then with these, I mean, honestly, I might do the same thing. It couldn't hurt, right? So do until X. Let's do 10 with 5 instead. So we'll say 10 and unpause when we get to 5. We're not quite at the state of the game where we can afford to really keep churning out 10 advanced components at once, because they are very, very expensive. In fact, that might be a little bit too much. Should we go 6 and 3? I think that might be a little more safer. There we go. That's another building we can basically take apart. In fact, why don't we take apart the... Ooh, we're running low on food. I have told them to stop harvesting cotton and plants and red lentils instead. Honestly, we were kind of relying a lot on the package farmers. We're still getting a lot of those, but it's probably not enough to... We've got 65 of them lying around, right? It's not enough as far as I'm concerned to keep everybody happy as well. I still want to make some good lavish meals for them to keep that slight mood bonus as well. We could survive on the packaged meals. To be honest, we could probably go for the... We do obviously want to go for the power at some stage as well, so it's not going to be that long until we should be able to make the full transition over to fully sort of power grid operated androids. But just for the time being, we'll keep this as a freezer, like I said. So let me copy this one over as well. Then that whole area we can take apart, and then we're actually finally done with all of that bottom base. What the hell happened there? Oh, I click exact... Fool. I have played this game before, I promise. Yikes, we're already on to... What the hell's going on with Mining Bot again? Did somebody knock him? Oh, God, I hope they didn't get its social flight. There we go. Construct long-range sensors for starships. It's essential for navigation, communication, threat avoidance. I'm still micromanaging a lot of the sort of drilling and the building as well there. What happened with you then? Why are you down again? Coolant loss serious, heat stroke initial. Oh, so it's still an ongoing thing. So we just got to wait until that heat stroke is sort of pissed off Ron, and because he's in so much pain. Yeah, we should really just have him staying. This is because I'm refusing to give them much bed rest. Because it's not necessary, really, for the androids. You know, it's not like they're any risk of dying from blood loss or anything like that. It's just coolant loss, which is heat-related. So, inside the mountain, they're basically invincible. Okay, scratch that. The brains still take up way too much power. Let's get rid of those. Probably all those extra coolers as well haven't helped. Right, there we go. Turn those off for the time being. And we need some more batteries. That's definitely one of the biggest downsides we've got going on right now. Only got 6 components, though. We'll wait until we've churned out some more components from the... make advanced component 1. Why have we got that? Get rid of that shit. Put ballistic guns at the bottom. We might want to make some more of those in the future. Might be a good full upgrade to go for, rather than all of these SMGs. Boom, there we go. At long last, the oil well is going. So this is churning out heat. Turns out, I mean, I shouldn't really be too surprised that this one is obviously using a lot of heat as well. To be honest, even with all of that, it's -6 in the base, so that's not too terrible. This room has heated up quite significantly. Oh, in fact, the whole base is heated up massively. Don't know what I expected having an oil well in the base. Could we isolate it in a whole room of its own? We can't reinstall these, can we? Oh, no, of course we can't. I was going to say we could put a wall around it and just isolate it in its own base. This we can reinstall. Just build a wall around all of this, and then the heat will just build up and build up and build up in there. And then it won't make any difference. I mean, it will permeate, obviously, slightly into the other rooms. We could, alternatively, dig a sort of a ventilation shaft through into this building here and just vent it all out. Because in theory, the AI wouldn't be as smart to go all the way through that box. Say they defeat us and we have to fall back, to then go through this room, and maybe if we put separate walls and layers on it, to then dig through a ventilation shaft, through an oil well into our base that method. They wouldn't be able to do that, and even if they did, we'd be able to stop them before they did any significant damage. So we might have to do that instead, otherwise this is going to kind of ruin the whole frozen base type of thing. Raid 107. My god, I'm actually genuinely quite surprised we've lasted this long. Okay, let's get all of their guns equipped this time, because that generally does tend to help out quite a lot. This guy can't equip his... Missing an arm? No? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working now. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so that's everybody equipped besides unit for obvious reasons, and then 5 for obvious reasons. Okay, we might as well just not even bother drafting you. There you go. You carry on with your research. So what are we looking at? Tribespeople again. So these guys actually do pose a threat, as we found out. So there's way more than I can actually select there. You can see a couple of them there. We're probably looking about... Actually, there's a lot that we can't select. I think we're looking at over 100 tribespeople per raid, which is probably why the bear trap based kill box is not working. Like, one bear trap isn't enough to do a significant amount of damage, regardless as if you're wearing power armor or have a shield or anything. But these guys are just soaking it up with their just, I mean, insane count with bodies. So they actually do have kind of a foil to us in some ways. Despite the fact that Zero's defensive position is here, he still decided to get on the turret. I think I might have to fully clear it and maybe resave it. So he did fire one swarm shell before I caught him. To be honest, it worked out incredibly well for once in that even though we've got this however many people invading, I mean, clearly we've got 33 there, 68 there, we did have over 100. Even with this, it's kind of split them in half, and half of them are bypassing the killbots, the other ones are just charging on through. So it might work out pretty well in that we can get the other guys to maybe retreat and surrender. Oh, they are turning back around? That's frustrating. Okay, never mind then. Turns out the swarm shells have actually just screwed us. This time, though, to our benefit, we've got all our weapons equipped, so we've got that going for us, which is nice. Let's see what they've got. They do get quite far. To be honest, the ones with the bows and arrows actually might end up doing a lot of damage. These guys at the front, like mining bots we've seen, did get quite severely injured last time. How ironic would it be if the tribal raiders were the ones that actually finally brought the colony to its knees? Zero, I kind of feel bad that you're not doing anything. If we put him there, he's going to be out the range of all the bows and arrows, and he's got one of the most powerful weapons we've got in the entire colony. It's got a massive range to it. They're not going to be able to hit him back. Not with bows and arrows anyway, but I mean, especially not when a lot of them are using melee weapons. I just don't think... I think keeping him in that shed locked up is just not helping our cause at all. There we go. Okay. So let's see what this charge minigun can do. That's assuming that the people... No, they're all dead before I even got a chance to bloody use it. Damn it. Okay. And it kind of worked out. Even though we had the accident with the swarm shells, it kind of worked out in that we don't have to build all these traps up again, so that's kind of nice. We're actually... Oh, there's a palm tree in the way. Fair enough. What about these guys? Are they worth capturing? 3 hours, 4 hours? Lobster is... But no, 7 hours. Nice. There we go. Build a bot, capture lobster. What about Lurger? 4 hours as well? I think we could capture you and maybe get you to 5. We've got Rat there, but out in 2 hours. Not really going to happen, is it? Right. Mining bot, come and grab Lurger. We've got White there too. What do you like? 10 condition intending. You're not even going to bleed out. Okay. Let's get you hauling all of the rest of these guys into position, obviously, because he's insanely quick. Oh, never mind. Maybe it was a power thing. Even with the oil well running, I mean, it is pumping. Are these filling up? They're filling up. It's still pumping. It's minus 19 again. Forget everything I said. Maybe the outdoor temperature was warm. I mean, the outdoor temperature is still warm. It's 39 degrees. All the rooms are still in negative ambient. I suppose it's not really ambient if we're cooling it with a massive freeze ray, but you kind of get what I'm... Okay, that's weird. Okay, I guess it's fine then. Maybe someone just propped a door open or something stupid like that. It is Rimworld. They do that quite a lot. More lobster. Another brain to add to the mix. So the complete outside base is now completely removed. We are 100% a mountain nation. It's quite nice, actually. I built some more recreation as well, because apparently we've been needing recreation variety for just about the entire bloody campaign. So I'm building them a poker table. Sorry, roulette table. Because what sort of robot doesn't love some gambling? And we've also got like a darts board there, some punching bags too. Doesn't really make any fucking sense, but just roll with it. Don't question the game. What else have we got that we could build for them? Because apparently that's still not enough. Maybe when they get these two down, it will be. But I want to keep them as happy as possible. Arcade machines. There you go, perfect. You can play a little bit of Rimworld while you play Rimworld. Is that going to fit, or is that going to obstruct the... I don't think it will obstruct the billiards table. We'll see. And then for the major goal of today, I think we can actually finally fulfill it at long last. Let's put down the Skymind antenna version 2. Completely fucking ridiculous. There we go. So we've got this massive mountain base with a giant mind control signal being churned out from it. I think that's pretty on brand. And this has taken quite a long time to achieve. We've obviously had to build some of these components. We had to train up one of the guys to actually be able to make advanced components. Let's run into free 5, which... I'm not doing that. He's already killed too many of our people. Oh shit, we actually had the resources already. Sorry, I thought it would be a little bit long before that was prepared. Where are the beacons? We want to make sure that the entire stockpile has a good coverage of those. Is that all we've got, genuinely? Hang on, remove that. Sorry, can we remove the stockpile off the top of the damn beacon so I can more accurately... I want to be able to double click it so we can see the... There we are, beacon zones. Right. So we do need to expand it a little bit further then, don't we? If I put it... Oh, this is frustrating. We'll have to stagger them very slightly, won't we? So we put one there. And then we'll put one here. And then we'll have to put one right down the end. I mean, I might not even bother. A lot of this apparel I'm just going to probably burn anyway. How much is it? How many components can we spare? Not enough. Don't bother. We'll burn the rest of this garbage. Aha, there we are. Perfect. This is starting to look like the evil robot base we've been after for a long time. Now what do we do? So we want to upload 0 into 5. How do I do that? Connect to SkyMind? Upload. No Android available as download destination. You're done. You are done, my friend. 0, upload to 5. By validating, 0 will upload his mind into 5's body. That will crush 5's mind, kill him, and 0's body will be disabled. Yes, this is absolutely it. No disconnections from the SkyMind network must take place during the operation because it will corrupt their brains and therefore kill them. But finally, we're in full control of 5. No more murderous rampages. No more murderous rampages. We've got all the power with none of the drawbacks. He can leave the crippling and the very restrictive tier 2 shell that he's got right now and upgrade to the highest level. Then we can churn out some of those crazy Archotech upgrades. Confirm. Oh my god, is it? What is it doing? What's it doing right now? Is it working? Has it got like a percentage on it? Oh, look, we can see the thing above his head. Does that mean that he's downloading? Mind upload. It's done? It's done! He's even called 0! Oh my god, there he is! And he's got his Bloodlust Xenophobe Great Memory. Oh my god, it's a 0 we know and love. It's actually 0. And 5 got downloaded into this one, who is now dead as sticks. The Intolerant Android, dead. We lost some good skills there, but all of the bonuses have gone into 0. This is what we were trying to achieve. Disconnect him from SkyMind. Holy shit. I'm so happy with the progress here. And he can be free. You can release my son. He's ready to go back out into the world. Now we have to be very careful with him. Because not only is he our most extremely powerful colonist, but he is also, obviously, the thing that could potentially result in the game over if he dies. Wow, look at that. That's so cool. I love that it automatically renames him and everything as well. That's like exactly what I wanted it to be. Every time he get fucking... Oh my god. I genuinely had a bit of a panic then when I saw that. I honestly thought somehow 5 had escaped and murdered... Oh my god, okay. Brain, you gotta work with me on this one. The Panthers are here, thank you. Are these guys... No, we're not looking at Rocket Launcher Squad anyway, so I'm not too concerned. If I restrict everyone back to... Oh, just unit was allowed outside there. Okay, there we go. Well, we'll see how much damage the Panthers do, but I'm not gonna... I'm probably gonna end the episode in a second. Not leaving it on a raid, though. Because we've achieved a lot today. The oil well, the final move of the entire base over there, obviously downloading 0, stealing 5's body for 0, whatever the hell his damn name was before we killed him off. It looks like we are actually going to be able to fight the raiders for once. Oh, no. Oh, that was good. Wow, they killed each other. That's fantastic. Finally a raid that we don't have to worry about. Look at all that tasty, tasty panther meat. Quickly, go and get all of that. Did I not set up Hell Unit's jobs? Incredible. No, apparently I made him tier 2 in delivery, and that's it. Unreal. Okay. That's very typical. Fine. Let's go and get this delicious panther meat then. So I want to unrestrict everybody, because that is going to get us through the winter. Very, very finally, let's also deal with our power grid so that tomorrow we don't have these sort of roving brownouts that we've got going on. I want to put down a... if we go into Rimworld, we want to put down a large chem fuel power plant. We don't have the components for it quite yet. Can we just stick this right next to the crude cracker? So what this will do is turn the oil into chem fuel, and then obviously we need to pipe it all together as well. So I'll quickly do that. So there we go. That should, when it's powered, turn crude oil into chem fuel, which we've got a pretty decent amount of now. There we go. Look at that. 1,552 litres spread across 2 tanks. That will turn into chem fuel. Chem fuel will be pumped, hopefully, straight into the power plant, which will instead put it straight back into the grid. I wonder if it's like Rim and Thomas. We need, like, transformers or something. Chem fuel pumps chem fuel from storage plant into... Okay, that's pointless. Siphon from cans, so we can store it in the sort of regular red sort of chem fuel cans you might get from your refinery. Okay, fair enough. We've got chem fuel storage. So we might want to put one of these down as... You know what, we probably want to put that down as a buffer, don't we? So we probably want to put the chem fuel power plant on one side, and then the chem fuel storage. So maybe put that there, and then put this directly next to it, so that we're sort of saving as much room as possible here. I'm cutting into my many, many stockpiles. I should have built this in a very specific area, but that's okay. There we go. And then we can spend the excess on all the various refineries, which can turn it into some other stuff as well. Power is the main thing, though, that we want right now. It's all piped together, and then we've got this thing... Power mode 8, whatever the hell that means. Maintenance 80%. I mean, is it working? It doesn't seem to be working. I must have done something wrong here. Oh, maybe you know what? We need to probably do some fuel production limit. Turn that on. And then do I have to have someone maybe run over and just quickly operate it as well? RepairBot was reserving it, so maybe if we do that, And then it runs. Look. It's working, I think. It is. Oh, my God. Nailed it. We finally worked it out. Okay, to be honest, it wasn't exactly that difficult, was it? It didn't take much effort. All right, there we go. So I imagine it's fairly efficient, right? What are we looking at there, then? So how many liters did we start with? I said, like, 1,600. So, I mean, it's not quite 1-to-1, is it? Because this is filling up way, way faster. That's generally how oil works, though, huh? Okay, fair enough. Stop. Let's see what we can do here. So, Smeltbot, we need you to... Or we need anyone, really, to finish this one. Let's get Repairbot on it as soon as possible. We're out of components. Right, okay. So, how many components do we need, then? What the fuck? 16. Oh, okay. I'm thinking we might want to hire the level of components we made, then. Let's get Repairbot churning those out. Or not. Oh! 0 can do it. No, we can't. Have we got anyone with the crafting skill? Hang on. 11. Repairbot's lost the skill to be able to do it now? God damn it. Okay. Well, never mind. Just make components. Maybe not forever. Just again, do until... We'll say that's the same thing. So do until we've got 30, and then pause at 20, or unpause at 20. There we go. All right. Same thing, but allow them to bypass that top job and actually churn some things out. That's annoying. Final component. That should be it then. So let's get Builderbot. Where are you, Builderbot? Let's get you finishing this one off, and then we can actually see if our power problems are solved with that. And then tomorrow, hey, look, that's an insane amount of progress. I'm fairly happy with that, all things considered. So we've got ourselves potentially our power dealt with. We've got 0 downloaded into, or 5 downloaded into 0. No, 0 downloaded into 5. Base is done. Nice recreation area. I mean, we've basically got a casino floor here. Look at this. This is so nice. Everything's going well. I think everything went pretty goddamn well today. A lot of progress made there. 2 hours left. Oh, no, I am going to leave myself a raid for tomorrow. I said I wouldn't. Come on, get it finished. Get it finished. Come on. Meteorite. Come back to steel. Fine. Come on. Do it before the raid turns up, please. Please, for the love of God. Help me. Help you. Done. Fuel usage. Is it working? It's working. Grid excess of 23,000 watts. We're done. Holy shit. So now we can build some of these things. Oh my God, that was too good. That's so good. Well, how much did it use? 72 liters per day. Well, that's not very much. We've got 903 liters in storage. That's a crazy amount of power we've got going on right now. We could dismantle all of this stuff, I think, and still be fine. Okay, that's nice. Well, probably not quite, because each one of those produced 70. Don't do the maths on that, because you'll find that I'm wrong, and I don't like that. Thank you all for watching. This is good. I think we've done an incredible job today. Power, dealt with. 0, dealt with. We've got incredibly good weapons, armor. We're in a great situation. To the extent, I might be tempted to crank up the difficulty. I'll leave it down to you guys whether or not we feel it's necessary. But with all of these crazy mods, obviously the wave survival wasn't balanced for it. To be honest, we were kind of screwed during the early game because of the extra limitations we had. But now we're definitely outpacing it, I think. And the transcendent android that we've got is really helping out with that. So maybe we'll start cranking up the difficulty depending on how unbalanced these mods are, because that's really what it all comes down to at this stage, huh? Thank you to the insane top tier level patrons to make it sure it's possible in the first place, including Alchemia, Anthony Golli, Asuna Kirito, Atmos, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Ben Hoffland, Chesty, Croesus, Donald, Doolin of Gondolin, Frederick, Facundo Vasquez, Gogolus, Harik, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Kaden Carter, Michael Holland, Muskratful, Nostrus, Necrophilim, Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Skaz, Smeg Mustaine, Somnus, Shay, Teabag Cruz, The One Ring, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClam, Vacuous Bacchus, Varagon, William Green, and Zazie7011 for their support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you all very much for your support over there. Thanks for making the series possible. Much appreciated. And a thank you as well to brace yourself for this one, because I've fucked up these lists so many times today. Thank you to Uwu Daddy, Asero, Anna Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Austin Taylor, Betimus Max, Better Valerian, Black Double H, Blood for the Blood God, Buen Gun, Chris, Corgi Circus, Dapper Go, David Van Diepen, Daniel Pete, Don, Dunk217, Emerald Beam, Foosh, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Circa, Gothamo, Grey, Haji Demar, I Am Sagater, Irotha, Icy the Great, Jackson P, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, Jason Sushu, Jazabe, Jeebus Crust, Joran DeVries, Jessica Smith, Job's Lucky Sister, Jilly Bondle, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Justin Rules, Justin Walters, Lepus, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Manuel Bosic, Mustolp, Monty, Mosi Sampson, My Name Isn't Dio, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lundberg, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Organised Confusion, Pan Sammy, Pantherpel, Payne Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Brian Hooper, Sam Keir, Shardul, Shari, Smirtone, Smooth Octopus, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, Sweet Sea, Talar, Voodoo Mambo, Void Prince Kibo, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yellow4, Yorkus, Zach, Zetlock, and Zico2. See you guys all tomorrow.